This is surveillance video showing a car crashing into a pole in Gwinnett County. Now the driver is facing charges. The two young children who were inside told police their mother crashed on purpose to prove to them God would keep them safe. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas is live in Norcross. And Tony, the children are safe tonight.
They are. They're with their grandparents as their mom just got out of jail a couple of hours ago. They told police their mom's eyes was closed as she drove across this intersection and right into this concrete pole. Now, right across the street over there on another pole, a camera recorded the crash. Police in-car cameras recorded the shocking reason why.
You guys okay?
It was just after midnight Wednesday morning when a Norcross traffic camera recorded the SUV flying across Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, then slamming head-on into the pole.
The children told the officers that their mother wanted to prove to them that God was real and God would protect them.
Police body and dash cam videos showed the children ages 5 and 7 being brought out of the car unharmed, followed by their mother, 25-year-old Bakari Warren. She was immediately arrested for child cruelty.
Her eye was closed and she was saying blah, blah, blah. I love God.
Told them to buckle up, and the next thing you know, she accelerated.
As the children sat in the back of a police car, they told officers what they remembered.
Were you on the wrong side of the road or on the right side of the road?
The wrong side.
You were on the wrong side.
So we would have got hit anyway. He was actually telling us to believe in God so nothing would happen to us. And dying is not a part of your life. Don't never believe that. The only thing that's a part of your life is life.
Norcross police say Warren didn't seem frantic or upset after the crash. Officers give at least partial credit to the SUV's seatbelts for saving lives.
They got very lucky. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been heavier traffic at the time. She could have hit the pole at such an angle that it did more damage to the car.
Warren released this afternoon on a $22,000 bond.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes straight out of GA, yes, by way of Georgia. But we have a mom, and when I seen this video and heard this story, I was absolutely appalled and flabbergasted. I could not believe what the hell I was seeing, and more than that, what I was hearing. The reason why they said this mom drove her SUV with her kids in the back, strapped in seatbelts, thank God, into a pole just to prove a point. And that point was not that she was the best driver alive or the worst driver or that she was just a crazy ass woman. No, she did it to prove that God was real and that God will protect her. And when I heard that, Lord, it just touched my pole hard. I must have looked around. I almost called my grandma and asked her, is this true right here? Like me, what's going on? Because I can remember something. Now, I'm not going to preach to y'all today right now, but I want you to know this right here when it says in the King James Version, Luke chapter 4, verse 12. And Jesus answering said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Word for word, verbatim. That's what the Holy Scriptures say. So why would you tempt God in this manner right here? You know, so that verse popped in my mind when I heard this story. So I'm gonna read a snippet from this story and give my opinion. Surely, as we go. Georgia mom Bakari Warren, sound like somebody who known for driving fast and furious, deliberately crashed her car into a pole to prove to her kids that God is real. The 25-year-old mom has been charged with child cruelty for the SUV wreck involving her two young children. A young mom is in hot water after allegedly deliberately crashing her vehicle into a power pole in Norcross, Georgia to prove the existence of God. To her two young children, investigators claim that 25-year-old Bakari Warren smashed her SUV into the concrete pole after telling her kids to buckle up and claiming to the two that God will protect them from harm if they just believed. Now, what the hell was going on in Miss Bakari's mind? I don't know. Was she touched by an angel? Miss Della Reese herself, may she rest in peace. I don't know what the hell is going on. Did she just got through watching an episode of Highway to Heaven with Michael London? For those of you who are a little older and can remember that, I don't know. Was God on her mind that day when she got out of bed that morning? I don't know. Did something just happen just to tell her? Test God. Just test God to see if he's real. I don't know. But one thing I do know is this right here is that a lot of people do test God day by day. And I'm not talking to the atheists out there. And I'm not also trying to convert you to believe in anything that you don't want to believe in. No matter what your religion is, no matter what your beliefs is or anything. You have a right to believe anything and everything that you want to believe. I mean, that's your basic human right. But trust me, as a witness, I know God is real, and I'm not trying to put this off on you, and I'm not going to differentiate from the video, but at the same time, he is real. But at the same time, you do not test the Lord, remember that also. Now, as WSB TV2 reports, the 5 and 7-year-old children told responding officers exactly what happened in the vehicle in the moments leading up to the crash. And that little girl was back there telling everything on her mama. I'm like, wow, she got a good ass memory. That little girl gonna be a lawyer. Now, according to one of Bakari Warren's young daughters, her mom didn't just want the kids to be involved in the wreck. She wanted them to come through the incident knowing that God is indeed real. The child explained that just before the crash, her mom had been speaking about God and her love for the deity. For the deity? Okay, I notice how they word. That's why I read these sentences and I emphasize certain points, because you have to understand that how they have things written. And notice when they said her mother had been speaking about God and her love for the deity. Think about that part. Now, when asked if she believed her mom had crashed on purpose, the little girl said, yeah. And the whole thing, she didn't know what to do. The little child ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Kids are taught to lie and do everything else. It's a trait that you pick up, just like we all done did. So she quite naturally was gonna tell the truth. But it's very strange that them police asked that child, did your mom mean to crash? Yeah. I'm like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? They trying to lock your mama up and gonna take y'all little ass. You better hush, little girl, even though she was being honest. Now, the little girl said, yeah, adding that Warren even closed her eyes before veering into the other lane and hitting the pole. She closed her damn eyes. I guess she was just ready to go meet her maker. Lord, me and my baby's coming home right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all the hell I can think about. Because if I was in that vehicle, I would have jumped my ass out. You know what I'm saying? I would have said, God, protect me while I hop out of this joker. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have got a little scratched up, but it's better than trying to hit that pole. Because the kids would have been all right. The mom would have been all right. My ass would have been the one to go through the windshield wrapped around the pole. Oh, I guess he didn't believe in God. Yeah, right. Now, also says, in the car crash, which allegedly took place early on the morning of March 21st, Bakari Warren is accused of crossing from the northbound lanes of Peachtree Industrial Boulevard to the southbound lanes before smashing into a concrete power pole. After police arrived on the scene and placed the children into a patrol car, they immediately told responding officers what had happened. Them little kids must have watched about 5 seasons of Cops. They couldn't have watched 10 seasons because they don't look that old. But ever since them jokers was in the womb and they was able to have a ear to hear, trust me, they must have watched every episode of Cops, and they said, soon as I get my chance and these people put me on the spot, I'm gonna spill all the beans. The little girl probably would have told on every damn body. The next door neighbor who over there pushing that weed, you know what I'm saying, over there selling that loud, that Reggie, you know what I'm saying, this little girl right here, she was off the chain. So if you want anything kept a secret, don't tell her. Now, their explanations as well as the actions involving the incident itself were caught on tape, all on tape, just spilling those beans. Now, you spilling more tea than Wendy Williams and Lovely T and Unwind with Tasha K and Know the Ledge Show and a Vibe Show and Willie D and Boris Watkins put together. You know what I'm saying? That little girl has so much tea for the flavor. Now, police immediately took the Georgia mom into custody, frisking and cuffing her before asking her to explain what happened. Warren reportedly told authorities to check her Facebook page for a motive, but investigators claimed that there was nothing on her social media account that directly correlated to the incident. Did somebody leave her a message on her Facebook page said, you will be blessed exponentially today. Today, you will have a change of life. Today, your life will go down a new path. Did she have those encrypted messages on her Facebook page? I don't know. Somebody let me know, because that's the only way I would have said check my Facebook page. I would have had to have an epiphany from someone. Yes, an epiphany for someone. Like, I'm going to have an eye opener today, or today God is going to reveal himself to me. Now, hey, later, the Georgia mama reportedly told investigators that she had been trying to prove to her kids that God is real. But baby, let me tell you something, Miss Bakari Warren. There's a lot more way that you can prove to your kids that God is real without crashing your SUV. Just the love that you do and show them every day is enough to show them that God is real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what get into some people sometimes. I don't know. that if she wasn't touched by a spirit, evidently she was touched by something for her to close her eyes and talk like this, and her children remembered it because the children were not lying and actually have a videotape of her crossing the path to deliberately hit that pole. Now, unless that pole has some kind of magnetizing force pulling that SUV toward it, I don't see why in the hell would you drive deliberately toward the pole with yourself in it and your children in it. I don't understand that part right there. So evidently she was really trying to test God, if you ask me. Fortunately, neither of the children nor the mom suffered injuries in the high-speed crash, which is amazing, especially the mom. However, first responders, including Norcross Police Sergeant Eric Baninsky, claimed that the situation could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been heavier traffic at the time. She could have hit the pole at such an angle that she did more damage to the car, or worse, just killed somebody else trying to run into the pole. You know, I mean, just imagine if you driving in the other lane, you and your family, and this woman talking to God saying God is real, and she trying to prove to her kids God is real. Next, you know, she close her eyes, and you meet right up where she trying to go to the pole at. You just happen to be there at that exact moment, and you end up losing your life, you and your family. I mean, this situation could have turned a lot of ways. Now, but it's amazing it didn't. Now, after questioning, Bakari Warren was arrested, and is currently being held in lieu of a $22,000 bond. The Georgia mom has been charged with 2 counts of child cruelty following the SUV crash. Both of her children have been turned over to the care of her grandparents. So, boo-boo, let me tell you something, Miss Bakari. You mean to tell me God was talking to you and you want to prove that God is real? Shouldn't you also have some bail money to get out of jail? I mean, let's just be real. Shouldn't God have also blessed you with some bail money, or you would have had some stash somewhere, or he would have put in your mind, okay, well, since you did what I told you, call Mother Louise in the church and she will come bail you out, or call Pastor Hankel Smith or something like that. You know, I'm sure that he wouldn't have left you hanging like that in jail, you know. But it's a good thing that the children evidently have loving grandparents that took them in also. I mean, it's a very crazy story. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this situation. And it's a good thing that the mom did not wind up dead. It's a good thing that she did not kill no one. It's a good thing that her children also did not wind up dead. Now, I'm not saying that the woman wasn't actually talking to God, because she has the right to profess and believe in whatever deity, whatever God or whoever she claimed to believe in. I mean, that's her right, just like it's your right. Anybody I'm talking to right now. But at the same time, you know, you got to remember Luke chapter 4, verse 12, when it says, do not test or tempt thy God. So I don't understand how can she put her life in danger and her children, even though we know what's a God all powerful, he will protect them. But you got to understand, you know, I mean, that's a very that's a very touchy subject right there. I mean, it made me feel like we was in the Old Testament when like the Lord had to come down and prove himself in person to show people that he is real. But hey, let me know what you all think. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video with your holier than thou friends, and also for people who have a lot of spiritual knowledge, if you will, because you know what I'm saying, I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person, so let's get that straight. But let me know what you all think about this video. And to this woman, you know, hey, I don't know, that's a very touchy subject, because if she's that unstable, or you know, if maybe she was touched, I don't know. Let me know what you all think. What's your opinion? Y'all stay blessed. I'm out.